Hello everyone, welcome back to ENBESA where we left off in the last episode. Look at that, she actually has more than just a few battlecruisers and monitors. She has battleships in ENBESA waiting for us, and she settled on a lot of islands, what I can see right now. I think most of the islands in ENBESA are now taken. We have, yeah, both of these are Bente. My airship though is completely ignoring all of these ships, of course, and it's just continuing on its journey to Kitima. But, and that is the huge but, we will need to stop my battleships from advancing to ENBESA, so they're going to wait here, because those two are not going to be enough, right? We're going to need more than just that. We do have Minerva that is already waiting here, but I'm going to send like 4 battleships over to ENBESA. So those 4 here, let's group them together and get together to ENBESA over there. It's still going to be tricky, right? We have only one more battleship than Poseidon in Crown Falls. I will definitely need a few more of them if I want to be safe. But 4 of them should be fine for now. Oh god, we are going to see some battles over there, I think. Now, my airship actually arrived at Kitima, and he offers me now a free trading post on the far side of his island. So over there it is, and here we can start now our African colony, our ENBESAN colony, as I should say it. Call it. We also get the first Wansa timber coming in. So Wansa timber is the most important thing that we have here. It's basically our building resource. And yeah, we can now follow along the quest line here, the main quest line that we need to follow along in order to reach these scholars and in order to reach the monuments that we're going to need as well later on, and the new products, of course. And at the very end, of course, also an artifact for our museum. Once again, let's have us a main road. No trains are needed though, so one of these 3-tile main roads will be completely fine, right? Which is going all the way up here. And then probably we're going to have something in this area, but I have no idea yet what I would like to have then here. And then we have the main road continuing over here, so we're going to have a crossing or crossroad then just here in the center of Tabarim, as this one is called, and we're going to keep that name. Let's get rid of these there again. I do have some steel beams there, also some weapons. I don't think we can build weapons yet. No, we cannot build that yet. So Tabarim is rather undefended, as it seems. Holy cow, I'm a bit scared of Bente's fleet there. She's got... Oh! He has even more ships now coming in. Heavy warships are entering. What is going on in ENBESA? I have no idea. I'm a bit scared there of her, well, sneakiness. Now, what I will need is, I need to start also my first production, the Wansa woodcutter that we have. I just love that name, by the way, Wansa. And we're going to have these woodcutters on the far end of this whole island over here. So there is our first warehouse then as well in this region. And we don't need a sawmill or anything like that, right? We just need the woodcutters really, and they produce the timber already. So let's go ahead and have us a few here. There we can squeeze in another 100%, and here we can also have one. 3 of them should be fine for now. And then I can actually start also with my city, and that's something we're going to do here. Let's make it the double road. After all, we do need a road here. And this one. I don't think we need a harbor area really. We have some beach over there and some beach over there, right, for future productions then. That's looking a bit better. Bente is already circling around Tabarim there. I don't think that she's going to attack the island itself, because it's part of the main quest, right? So I don't think she can take this one over. But she's definitely going to be a beast here. Oh, okay. I'm not going to send over 4 battleships, because that is not going to be enough. Are you actually serious? What is going on? Africa is lost for us already. I'm going to use only airships for now, because they're safe at least for Tabarim and for our first trade routes that we're going to need here. I'm not going to send in over any ships, right? These ships here are going to wait now in the area for now. Let's send them over here to the harbor of Distant Forest to repair them a bit. And that's the end of it for now, really. We are also negative on influence. That's because we got Tabarim Island. So I'm going to upgrade a few more people now. There we have our next engineers that we can upgrade. right away. So at least a bit of positivity there. The problem is though, I do need to keep some engineers for the engineer skyscrapers, right? I can't just upgrade every single engineer to investors. So I do need to keep a few of them available here. So those guys there, for example, and then also perhaps some more here that we're going to need, or here in this area that we still have some engineers as well, because we do need them as well for the monument then later on. Now the blueprint mode is already out. We have now our first building here, the marketplace right in the center, and of course the marketplace needs some houses around it, so that also people go there and purchase things. Those are the shepherds now, our first tier of people that we have, the content shepherds at the moment. Age of cultivation is starting in Taborim. The marketplace it is, the goat milk, finery and dried meat would be our products that we're going to need them pretty soon. Let's go ahead. I'm probably going to build us a few more here. By the way, here I think we're going to have then we're going to need a service building there as well. Once a woodcutter it is, and also the shepherd offers some guidance now for building it. But once a timber, of course, that we know of already. So let's go ahead and have some 3 woodcutters here in this area. They, of course, need to plant trees first. And then also the next goal right away would be the 80% goat milk that we need as well. Once the timber is also being sold at Katima's harbor. And Taborim is actually under attack. Alright, I think she actually is taking it over. Oh my goodness. How should I battle such a fleet? And what is happening with Taborim now? She actually has taken it over. I don't believe it. Look at that fleet. And we're totally down. Alright, this is going to be more difficult than I thought it would be. Why is she able to take it over? Very, very, very interesting. I need more ships. I need way more ships. Let's go ahead. I did not expect her to be that strong again. Alright, we can build another battleship. I will now need to gather my whole battle fleet. I think we have 5 battleships here. We have... How many do we have in the New World? Only 1 though. Not great. In the Arctic we have quite a few, I think. Yep, 3. So I probably will take 1 from the Arctic that we have over there. And I'm going to send this one over as well, so that we go with 6 to 7 battleships into ENBESA. Now this is the first time that this happens, and I hope we didn't break any of the main quests now in Taborim, because we just basically lost the whole island. Look at that size of the ships here. I think she didn't really take it lightly that we took over every island in the Arctic. And that is her revenge or some kind. She's definitely going to rush to our ships once they arrive in the region. So only with a full force of ships I can try this one. And the problem is, some of these battleships are veterans and are very, very strong. That's going to be a serious problem here. I could, of course, continue purchasing on my Wanza timber. Let's go ahead and do this one. 100 tons. I hope I don't need any steel beams. With my airship though, I can start scouting the area, right? Because it's pretty safe here. So I'm just going to send it around ENBESA now for a bit of time. Perhaps we find a better location, but I think we are going to need this island here for the main quest. Otherwise I cannot progress, and we need that one. I need to conquer it back. She's hopefully not building up a big defense here now. Alright, there's some more ships here, but we should be safe. And in New World, I have to keep my battleship. We need more influence. It's the only way of increasing my size, my ship size. And for that, well, we need to upgrade more engineers. Let's go ahead. These guys here, 27. I think with that, we can afford the next battleship. Yep. So 2 more battleships are coming out now. Meanwhile, we have finished the steel structure construction of the embassy. Let's finish this phase as well. And where are we going now to the last one? Look at that beautiful building here. Embassy is coming along, another major landmark that we have then. Now we need 500 artisans, copper, timber, and windows. We have all of that. Perfect. 20 minutes of our time as well. The workforce we get back in again, and my bricks hopefully recover now, because we consumed a lot of bricks for the embassy now. Also, what's happening is coconut oil and cinnamon is finally in. So in Crown Falls, we can now start with our chemical plant. The first one, let's build it here. There you go. For the shampoo, it's going to need soap, cinnamon and coconut oil, and it produces shampoo with that. It is being boosted, so it should be totally fine. It will produce 4 shampoo per minute, and with that we only need this one here. Prince Caleb is outraged by my deceitful attack. What are you talking about? I'm not attacking you at all. I think I'm just floating by, and look at that. Alright, we see a bit more now in ENBESA what's happening. Every island has been taken. Every island. Princess Jing has something down here. I guess we could take it over with share purchasing once more, but I'd rather take it by force this time. And she's of course cut harbor defenses everywhere. I have no idea how she gets the influence for that. Fatima encourages me to be peaceful. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be that. We can't afford to be peaceful here. Alright, and down here we also have another nomad. Alright, we can now see really the full extent of Africa. Every island has been taken, and yeah, basically we will need to conquer our way into that. And it's really important because only the scholars we can unlock here, and I do need my scholars. She's already building up the first defenses. I don't believe that. No way she can get all that influence. At least production of my shampoo has started. And we should be seeing it now. There should be a surplus of 3, I think. Yes, it is. Perfect. Just at the right number. This will make my tourists happy, of course. There we can see it. So more tourists are flooding in now. And with that, we have unlocked the bar already. The next service building for the tourists. There it is. With that, we can produce quite a few alcoholic beverages. And we're going to need it, of course, close to a bus stop once more. By moving a few of my investors, we actually make a bit of room here for the bar that I should be able to squeeze in. Let's get rid of these trees there. And there we have it, a new building, looking rather towards the investors. We could, by the way, actually, wait a second. Nah. Why do I have a bus stop there anyway? Now that I think about it, it doesn't make sense. It's a connection between those, of course, otherwise the bus system would not be working. Yep, so we can have our bar here, really. Or do I have a marketplace, a warehouse close by? There it is. It's not reaching it. Now over here we actually have a small area where there's a school that we no longer need, right? Let's get rid of the school. There would be a warehouse, but I think we're just going to build us another warehouse then here as we go. Now we cannot reach this one, unfortunately, even though it's very close. What we can actually reach is the warehouse in the industrial district, right? By getting us a bit of a gap in here, so an entrance into the industrial zone. Of course, I will need to have a proper entrance for that. There you go. And this is where the bar can get its resources. This I actually like because, you know, it has to get into this other district there for its materials, and we don't need to destroy anything in the city itself. There is a bus station here, but unfortunately this is not going to do it, right? We might need to move the bus station a bit further away from the theater if I want that. Yeah, then once again we would need to get rid of one of these buildings here. I could move them there though. It could work, yes. By having one of them here. There is a little gap now. And then we could move it probably over there. Perfect, to get both of them into that. Not looking ideal. It's fine actually. Have some trees on the back behind that. And that's actually looking then okay. And here we do have then the space now for our bars. Let's go ahead and have the bar. And this one, just see how we can place it in there in a nice orderly fashion. Probably like that. There you go. We have the bar. Let's make us a road here. And we could then actually have some smaller ornaments around the bar if we want to. Something that shines, right? Something that makes it out. Or we just have a smaller plaza there in front of it. I mean, of course, we do have these flower beds here that we can use that just fit in nicely like so around the bar, for example, because we already have a path there as well, right? I don't need to have another path at all. And then we probably could have some more trees along that flower bed somewhere over there. and then some lampposts and more trees that we can have. So I think this is looking quite fine right beside the bar. Now the bar still needs its recipe. The daiquiri tropic would be our first one. Oh goodness, what do I need this time? We do for that need plantains and sugarcane on top of everything else, and it has a nice bonus effect that it reduces the rum consumption by minus 25%, which is actually quite a lot. And since we have lots of engineers in the area, this is rather useful because all of these engineers are still consuming rum, right? And with that we can reduce that consumption by a tiny bit. So the bar it is in all its glory now. It is also having its connection with the bus stop, so the bar finally has been fulfilled. This should make my tourists once again a bit more happy. So we should be seeing it now then popping up here soon once the recipes start to work. What I don't need is for the bar, yep, sugarcane and plantain. And for that I do need a new trade route, which in turn, well, does require me to have ships. I don't have any ships available anymore really. I do have one more cargo ship down here that we could use for that, but it also is kind of a waste. Perhaps I do have a trade route that is not fully utilized yet. Well, in the new world we do have some clippers still available, so this makes me happy. We do have sugarcane and plantain a lot in Tristão. We're getting the sugarcane in from the docklands, even though of course I can't consume that many now of them. But a few of them, that's fine, the bar will not consume that much. So let's get us in a trade route, Tristão to Cape Trelawney once more. I do probably will need some new loading wharves and landing piers there soon. Let's go ahead with sugarcane and plantain. I think only those two, so 50 tons each, should be fine. I'm probably not going to do more than that. And let's get one of my clippers that we had. There it is, the Wild Swan on this new trade route. And we'll just see if that is enough. And if it isn't, well, then we need to ramp it up a bit more. I also would like to get a few more hotels into Crown Falls for the tourists that we need still. So still lots of tourists we need. Let's get rid of these houses there in this corner right beside the river. We do have a bus station close by, which is a blessing because the hotel really does get it right away. We might need to make us a small cut here and then a crossing, right, so that it reaches it perfectly fine. And then just one more hotel in this area. So let's go ahead and have this one. Oh, this is a beautiful one with the red roof. Loving that. How should we place it? I guess like that, looking towards the rail tracks. Why not? The back is wide though. There you go. A small entrance then here. And around it we might then have just our flower beds, for example. I guess there we have the entrances already. So the main entrance is fine. And then the flower beds should be perfect for that. There you go, looking much better already. It also fits the roof, and actually, no, that's going to be fine. They get all the resources right away, except for the bar, of course. More tourists are coming in. Where is the Iron Tower? Look at that, 4,000. That would be the sites for the Iron Tower, and the souvenirs is also another unlock. So that is one more, and I probably will want to have one more hotel in total. Now these hotels are really taking a lot of space, so I was looking for a better location as well. Let's actually have two more hotels just over here. We don't need that school anymore in this area. And then we still have those engineers and investors, and I can, well, I'm just going to be so blunt and move them. There's also a fire station, no longer needed, plus it's also looking ugly anyway, so we can just move these guys over. And of course this is also only temporary until I know my final layout for this block there. There we have it. And this one, it should really be fine when it comes to their needs, right? The theater, as I can see, is down a bit, but that's it. And then we have a whole new area here once again with two more beautiful big hotels that we can have like that in this area. So let's build the first one here and let's build the second one here. We could also make it like they look towards each other. Probably another roof though. I really do like the red roof. Let's go with the red one. Right, so as we can see, they're looking towards each other. This is better. Right here in the center. And this is, of course, city hotels, right? So it can be dense. And the only thing that I still need here would be then a bus station. Very important. We could mix it together with a bar that is close by if we want to. But we don't have to necessarily. Let's just see there. Let's get rid of this block there. So this we move once more, and then we have another bus station here that is for those 2 hotels there. And of course, once more, also some trees. And then those 2 hotels here. Perfect. Let's actually fix this one to have a red roof. There you go. So they look... Oh, this one actually is not red. There you go. Both of them. Perfect. That's 2 more hotels. Lots and lots of new additional tourists. I hope that my consumption, especially for my shampoo, is not going down too much. But we can check this one, of course, right away. There we have it. Nah, it's still perfectly fine for the shampoo. The jam is at -4, but that should still be fine as well. And nothing else is really affected by them. It's, by the way, also looking really cool there when you go through them or between them, right? That we have this plaza area there with both of these hotels. Lots of people on the balcony, oversized people on the balcony. Then the bus station, and I think also from above, it makes out just fine. Stay tuned.